Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Evans. I'm with Evans Tire and Automotive, and I want to talk to you today about an oil change is more than an oil change. On Saturday afternoon, it was a really beautiful day, and I decided to take my motorcycle out and go on one of my favorite rides around here in the Bentonville area. And as I was on my little route there, I happened to notice that a light came on my dash. It was initially a yellow light, and then it eventually turned to a different color light. I'm going to see if I can just show you on the dash really quickly, what it looks like there. And you can see here, if I can get the angle just right. There we go. We got the little service light that came on the dash. And what that indicates is on my motorcycle is that it's time to do the routine maintenance and service on it. And that's something that I could do myself. I'm an ASC Master Certified Technician, and I can certainly do the oil change on my motorcycle. But it's not really the best thing for me to do. I want to make sure that everything's right on my motorcycle, because I want it to be safe and reliable. And when I take it to the motorcycle repair facility, they're doing more than just an oil change. They're checking for other items that may need to be serviced, and make sure that my motorcycle is safe and reliable. I want to be able to take off at a moment's notice at any point in time. A few years ago, Debbie and I, we had loaded up the motorcycle, or planned to load up the motorcycle, and we were going to go on a motorcycle trip to the mountains. We got over. I actually unloaded the bike out of the garage, and I noticed that the rear tire was flat. And so what I did, I temporarily put a plug in it, and unfortunately on a motorcycle tire you can't repair those tires. They have to be replaced. And of course it was a fairly new tire, only had about 300 or 400 miles on it, but that's a whole nother subject. But we got the tire inflated, and we headed to the dealership to have them to put a new tire on for us. And we got there. They were really accommodating. They put the new tire on. The technician took the motorcycle out to make sure that everything was fine, and he heard a noise. And when he came back, he re-inspected it and found that on the front end that there was a bolt that had become missing on a ball joint, and it had actually hammered the threads out, so they really couldn't put a new bolt on it. And that's something that, if a certified technician had not looked at, that could have caused a real safety issue for Debbie and myself. So again, it just exemplifies that how important it is to have someone qualified to look at things and make sure that you're good to ride at any point in time. So what this means for us with our automobiles is that we want to make sure that your vehicle is, again, safe and reliable at all point in time. You never know when a trip might come up that you may want to take off and go somewhere on an impromptu notice there. When we do an oil change, we're doing more than just an oil change on your vehicle. We're having our technicians, they're doing a multi-point inspection. They're looking at your belts and hoses and fluids, and they're looking at your brakes and just making sure that there isn't anything that's happened. A lot of things can happen just between the 3 to 5 to 7,000 miles, in a lot of cases now 10,000 miles, which is really pushing the envelope in my opinion. Because those are minimum maintenance schedules, and we really need to be seeing you much more often to make sure that everything's in tip-top shape on your vehicle. So again, an oil change is much more than an oil change, so we want to make sure that your vehicle is safe and reliable. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at 919-934-6133, or you can look us up on the web at www.evanstire.net. And we appreciate the opportunity to serve you. We want to make sure that as you're preparing for those summer vacations and trips that you're all ready to go and riding safe. Thanks, and have a good day.